Good morning, this is Mr. Tuttle, and I want to talk about standard deviation. When you have a set of numbers and you want to ask how spread are those numbers around their average, standard deviation is the common measure to do that. So we're going to do this problem from Triola, page 98. Here is a sample of 4 data values. The first thing I'm going to do is add them up. Their sum is 94. There are four values, so n equals 4, and their average, 94 divided by 4, is 23.5. And I've graphed the 4 values. Here's the 23.5 line, and then these arrows indicate the deviation of each individual sample value from the 23.5. And the deviations can be either plus or minus. The deviations are then the original value minus the mean. So 22 minus 23.5 is minus 1.5. For the third value, 26 minus 23.5 is 2.5. And 24 minus 23.5 is 0.5. We could add these up, but their sum is 0. And that's true for the sum of the deviations of any numbers from their mean, so that's not too helpful. So instead, we're going to take these deviations and square them, and that will get rid of the negative sign. Negative 1.5 squared is 2.25. The 2.5 squared is 6.25. The 0.5 squared is 0.25. If we add them up, that's 11. Now we could ask what is the average of the square deviations, which would be 11 divided by 4. For some technical reasons, we're not going to use the 4, but rather the 3. 11 divided by 3 is 3.667. So that is the average square deviation, but really we don't want the square deviation, we want the deviation. Well, since we squared the numbers to get rid of the negative signs, we want to unsquare it. And to do the unsquaring, we're going to take the square root. The square root of 3.667 is 1.9149, which rounded is 1.9. 1.9 is the rounded answer and equals the sample standard deviation S. So we could say for these numbers, on average, they deviate from their mean by about 1.9.